Honorable Geoffrey Ruku. We know your name, but tell us your name. Then tell us if you are Christian, Muslim, or Hindu, or none of the above. Then you'll have to take an oath on the holy books there or through affirmation, as the case may be.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My name is Geoffrey Kariuki Kiringa Ruku. I'm a Christian.
So you'll take an oath on the Bible?
Yes.
So you may be upstanding. Hold the Bible in your right hand, raise it, and recite the oath.
I, Geoffrey Kariuki Kiringa Ruku, do swear that the evidence I shall give before this committee on the matters under its consideration shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Take your seat and sign to the oath. Honorable members and members of the media, for the record, Geoffrey Ruku is a sitting member of parliament. He's a colleague to all members of this panel, and he's been sitting and continues sitting in the chamber with them. That notwithstanding, members will ask you incisive questions to determine your suitability or otherwise for the position to which you are nominated. We'll start with an introduction. I'm the chairman of this committee, the Speaker of the National Assembly. I'll ask Honorable Junet.
Honorable Junet Mohammed, Member of Parliament, Suna East, Minority Leader, Member of this committee.
Nelson Koech, Member of Parliament, Belgut, Member of this committee.
David Kosing, MP Poko South, Member of this committee.
Robert?
I'm Ferdinand Wanyonyi, Member of Parliament, Kwanza, Trans Nzoia, and a member of this committee.
Abdul Rahim Daoud, MP for North Imenti, Meru County, and a member of this committee.
George Gitonga Murugara, Member of Parliament for Tharaka Constituency, Tharaka Nithi County, Member of the committee.
Milio Diambo Mabona, Member of Parliament, Suba North, Minority Chief Whip, and Member of this committee.
My name is Owen Bayer, Member of Kilifi North Constituency, Deputy Leader of the Majority Party, and a member of this committee.
Robert Mbui, MP Kadhiani, Deputy Leader of the Minority, and a member of the committee.
Stephen Mule, MP Matungulu, a member of this committee.
Dido Raso, MP Saku, a member of the committee.
Abdi Shuri, MP Balambala, member of the committee.
Mishimboko, MP Likoni, member of this committee.
Caleb Amisi, MP Saboti, a member.
Naisula Lesuda, MP Samburu West, and a member of this committee.
Thank you. The clerk.
My name is Samuel Jeroge, Clerk of National Assembly. I have with me officers of the National Assembly who are assisting in the Secretariat, led by Deputy Clerk Misera Kioko.
Thank you. Honorable Ruku, will you hand over your documents to the sergeant to pass on to the clerk for verification? before we start. Honorable Ruku, you have been nominated by His Excellency the President to be Cabinet Secretary for Public Service, Human Capital Development, and Special Programs. As a nominee before this committee, give us a concise and precise story of your life. Who is Ruku? What do you stand for? Why do you think you are suitable for this nomination? In not more than 5 minutes.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman, Honorable Speaker. My name is Geoffrey Kiringa, as I've mentioned. I was born in a village called Gogore village in Getipuri Sub-location, Getipuri location in Bere, North Sub-County. I was born in the year 1978, February date 15th. I went to school in our local primary school called Getipuri Primary School, proceeded to secondary school, Chicago Boys High School, which I later joined Catholic University of Eastern Africa, where I studied Bachelor's of Commerce. And later, I joined the University of Nairobi, where I did a postgraduate diploma in diplomacy and international relations. Later, I joined the same institution, University of Nairobi, where I did Masters of Business Administration in Finance. And I graduated in the year 2009, then joined Embassy of Israel. But before then, I taught at Kenya Polytechnic then, students who are doing a diploma in diplomacy and international relations. Later I went to work with Oxfam GB for a period of 6 months under the Pan-Africa program. And I was interviewed for a whole year by the Embassy of Israel and given a job as the coordinator for international cooperation and development, where I worked for 3 years from December 2006 all the way to 2009. And I ventured into business sector, where I started my registered company called Carbon Man Africa. Later, we formed a joint venture with a French company. We named the joint venture Climate Power Limited. All these companies were involved in implementation of climate change projects, generating carbon credits and selling them in the carbon market. In the year 2015, I was appointed by President then as the trustee of Water Service Trust Fund, which is now Water Sector Trust Fund, where I served for 3 years. And later, I also worked in South Africa for 2 years, from year 2013, for 2 years, from the year 2013 to 2015, as a dependent contractor implementing raw carbon project, Propua raw carbon project in Madagascar, Malawi, and South Africa. Then I served also as a trustee, and later I filed for the parliamentary seat in the year 2022, where I was elected as a member of Parliament for Mbeere North constituency, the seat which I hold even now. Thank you, Honorable Chairman.
Thank you. I'll now invite members of this committee, starting with the minority leader, to ask questions. And like I said, concise, precise answers. No personal engagement in terms of arguments or whatever with the panelists. And members, even of you has a personal relationship that clouds your questioning of Honorable Ruku, you can say so when it gets to you. But we all know you are in the same house, so save us time by not telling us, oh, I'm a member of parliament with Ruku. We all know that. Junet?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I would like to ask the nominee that in 2023, you proposed an amendment to the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act seeking to decriminalize aspects of public procurement, fund management, property disposal, and contract tendering, as stated in Section 45(2)(b) and (c) of the Act. And the bill faced opposition from stakeholders, including the ODPP and the Attorney General, who argued it will undermine anti-corruption efforts. Do you still uphold the objectives of the proposed amendment? In your view, was the criticism of the proposed amendment justified? And secondly, this one is, we are, looking at your suitability to be a cabinet secretary. And having served with you the last 2 years in Parliament, in the National Assembly in particular, you came out to me as somebody who was a bit hawkish in terms of when differences occur on the floor of the House, you looked a bit protective of the side that you represented. And as a cabinet secretary, you'll be serving the whole country, irrespective of their political affiliation and all kind of things. To the extent you appear to me to be almost like a bodyguard of a leader in Parliament. So what are your views on those?
Thank you so much, Honorable Chairman. I will start with the second question. Article 10 of our Constitution talks about the national values and principles of governance. The national values and principles of governance, Honorable Chair, which I subjected myself to these values, serving as a member of parliament for 2.5 years now. And these are the same national values which I will carry on if I am nominated as a cabinet secretary. The Constitution.
You are already nominated. If you are found suitable.
Thank you. If I am found suitable. Because before I have been serving and preserving the interests, first and foremost, the interests of the people who elected me, the people of Beira North. But in my capacity as cabinet secretary, I will serve the entire nation without favor and without fear. Because service delivery from Turkana all the way to Ramu, from Mandera all the way to Busia, must be served in a uniform, in timely manner, in cost-effective manner, in efficient manner. Therefore, the second question I'll answer that, yes, I will subject myself to Article 10 of our Constitution, as well as Article 232 of our Constitution, which talks about the values and principles of public service. Knowing that I'm not partisan to any affiliation, but only taking the interests of the people of the Republic of Kenya. The question number 2 about my proposed amendment of Anti-Corruption and Economic Crime Act. The question which I asked myself, Honorable Chairman, is that we lose money through the corrupt activities or corrupt individuals. At the same time, we end up losing even more money through the process of investigations and prosecution. Investigation and prosecution, which can take even 10 years. That process by itself take resources, take taxpayers' money, and therefore if we can have laws which ensure that the prosecution of those who are caught in corruption activities is efficient, is effective, doesn't take 10 years, then those laws are critical, are important. We are supposed to enact them as the people representatives. That's why I was seeking to amend the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crime Act, Section 45(2)(b) and C, because also we have an Aryan word in this section, and that word is prior planning, which is not defined in the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act of 2015. The laws should be able to speak to each other. The prior planning term, which is found on section 45(2)(b) and C, is not defined within this act, and also is not defined in Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act of 2015. And therefore, the lawyers who go to court, they take all the time to really praise this term in appropriate place. So that's why
the Office of the Public Service and Human Capital Development. And number two, you're on record on having appeared on Citizen TV, one of the morning shows that I've been doing with you, and you did claim that TSC is riddled with corruption, from employment to recruitment, and all sorts of manner of corruption. And you did propose that radical changes are needed. Can you please tell this committee one of those radical changes that you intend to introduce now if you are approved?
Honorable Chairman, can I ask?
Call to the questions. From Honorable Koech. Yes, Posing.
Honorable Chairman, our Speaker, two I have questions. Number one is, I don't think if we are convinced with his response on the first, which was asked by Honorable our LM, is a very important question. Honorable Ruku, the picture which has been painted in the public is that you are actually fighting against transparency and accountability, and therefore you are a promoter of corruption. Because one, it's not only that anti-corruption bill that you wanted to amend, you also wanted to amend public demonstration. You also wanted to amend the data protection. All that puts you, and in fact, we're also mirroring you with the position you're going, which is of public service. It puts you that you're actually promoting corruption. You are actually promoting anti-accountability and transparency. And therefore, it actually does not suit you to be in that office. That's what the picture is.